Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am just Shani and today we'll be watching TikTok story times. Are you the asshole? We're about to find out.
Am I the asshole for telling my gay friend his whole personality doesn't have to revolve around his sexuality and sometimes people just don't like him? Lately, he's been more exhausting than usual. We went to a coffee place that was busy and short-staffed and they were unable to serve us as they ran out of material. He said they were targeting him and I had to drag him out saying that they were short-staffed. We then went to another place and because we weren't immediately served, he said if I was straight they would have worked faster. And the last straw was at my sister's wedding. He made it well known that he loved the venue and stuff and constantly Instagrammed everything. He kept butting in important moments and even upstaged my sister and brother-in-law during their first dance and started dancing very flamboyant.
And we talked about this. We have some people who are just gay. Like, they're flamboyantly gay and we're just like, ciao. But that's you, be you. I feel like there's certain situations. There's right times to be just all out gay, you know what I'm saying? Or like, I'm not saying that you can't be you and be flamboyant however you are. Where I'm coming from is from the South. There's places in the South that you know that you need to tone yourself down. Tone yourself down. Being black, being a woman, being gay. You need to tone yourself down and be invisible. There's just speaking from my experiences in the South. There's some times that you can't be yourself. And I'm aware of that for your safety and stuff. So, you know, you don't want everybody's eyes on you. So I get that. But when you're becoming a disservice to other people, it's just like, It's like, You at their wedding, doing the most at their wedding when they're the main characters. You're just in the background. You're a background character. In fact, you're not even supposed to be here because they don't really know you. So you an extra. You an extra who's not getting paid. You just decided, ooh, this is something to do on a Wednesday afternoon. And you just popped up and you was like, oh, free food. That was you. That's their event. That's their day. So why are you doing the most? And at the restaurant thing, honey, we're at this time. If you're in America, there's not many times where somebody's just gonna just not service you. I mean, there is situations, but most restaurants try to avoid lawsuits, so they're not gonna just openly just be homophobic. There might be situations, there might be cases, but if they're telling you they're understaffed and you see that they're understaffed and they're running out of stuff, most restaurants, they're telling the truth because they got some gays in the back. Being that I worked at a lot of restaurants, every situation, every restaurant I went to, there's at least one or two, or somebody down low, or somebody who got a cousin. Like they're aware, they're open to it. You know, that's just my experience. It could be other places where in America that just ain't there yet. They just don't know. But it's a stretch if they're telling you that this is what it is. Hey, we're short staffed. That's usually what it is. Because we went to Applebee's the other day and their POS was down. So they just couldn't seat us. And they was just like, our POS is down. We can't do nothing. You think we got mad about that? You think we were just like, oh, it's because we're black? No. Their POS was down. We just took it for everybody walking out. We see everybody walking out. That's what it is. So, friend, yeah. I mean, I guess you're not the a-hole if they're just you're not the a-hole when it comes. You're not the a-hole because it's like you making other excuses like, no, there's discrimination in the world. Why are we making everything a case? Like, it's not that deep, honey. It's not. People want your money. I promise you. Restaurants and businesses want your money. So, but I wasn't there, so who knows? Maybe you was feeling a different energy. Maybe not. Maybe they were really short staffed. But that wedding situation, oh, you was wrong, boo. You're wrong. What are you doing?
Am I the asshole for telling my dad he is not entitled to a relationship with me? When I, 27 female, was around 10, my parents divorced. It was a messy thing. No one ever told me the reason, and I do not really care. My mom won custody because she was able to prove in court that my father was an unfit parent. My father never took it well, and it showed whenever I had visitation with him at his house, which was 2 weekends a month. Instead of spending time with me, he would spend hours playing video games, order takeout, and the only time he would ever take me somewhere was when my grandmother forced him. Needless to say, I never had a very close relationship with him. Then once I got older, he started to bring up a college fund he had set aside for me, and he always said that if my grades stayed up and I do well in school, the money would be mine, and I did just that. I got good grades, was part of many clubs in school, and never got in any trouble. I was basically the kid your parents brought up when they were comparing you to your friends. In my senior year, my dad got married to his current wife. It was a beautiful and extravagant ceremony. I'm pretty sure some of the arrangements were more expensive than my phone, but whatever. I didn't think much of it. It wasn't until I went to talk with my dad about my college fund that I found out that he used it to pay for his ceremony. I was in disbelief when he said it, and the more he explained, the more I wanted to cry. He didn't even apologize. He said it with all the casualty of like, "Oh, you were looking for that thing you left in the fridge? Sorry, I ate it. My bad." When he realized that I was upset, he turned it around on me and told me that I was being selfish and that I was not entitled to his money. Luckily, I got a scholarship that covered my entire tuition. Also, my mom and stepdad had set up a fund aside for me. They apparently knew my dad would pull that one on me, so I was able to go to college without a lot of debt. Since then, I've been distanced from my dad. I'm not gonna lie, I feel conned. If the money was always his, why did he bother mentioning it to me? I don't care if he used it or not, but to promise someone something, hold it over their head for years, and not give it to them when you should because they're not entitled to it is just a too lengthy way to say that you're an unreliable ass in my eyes.
Yeah.
My dad has tried to reconcile, but he still claims that I was not entitled to that money and even says that the money was not needed because I got a scholarship. The last time he said that to me was when I was at his house, visiting my new baby brother. I got so damn annoyed that I said, "I'm not entitled to your money, but you're also not entitled to a relationship with me, so I guess we're in a stalemate here." I guess that hurt him because he got quiet until I left. I have been remembering what I said for a while, so I wonder if it was way too out of line in my statement. I was annoyed and wanted him to stop bringing it up, but I didn't want to hurt him. Am I the asshole?
No. Obviously not. And yeah, I would do the same thing. I would cut them off.
As soon as you mentioned the wedding, I knew exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's so annoying. Like, you don't do that.
Honey, you got your answer right there. They said if for you are not the a-hole, he is. Your father is the a-hole. Friend, I can't even imagine how good you felt. You spent all this time making good grades. I mean, you would have made good grades anyway. But just looking out like, yo, I'm going to keep this faith in this person. Because he already promised me that he would help my future. Like, he wasn't this great in the present, but he said he's going to step up in the future. And that's probably what was going through their head the whole time. Like, yo, I feel like she would have probably cut him off. Maybe not, because she could have been a daddy's girl. And just because he wasn't giving her attention and it felt like pulling teeth to get him to do anything with her, I think maybe she would have still just loved being in his presence. But maybe she could have been woke, very aware, and been like, nah, this ain't gonna work out. The way it read, it sounded like she was going to be like, I'm cool. Like, I don't have to come during the weekends. And then he was like, oh, well, I got a fund for you, a college fund. And it was just like, okay, I guess I could just keep on going, keep on chucking, dealing with not having attention from this parent that I'm here in front of. So yeah, friend, you are not the a-hole. They are. When, like she said, when he said wedding, I was just like, oh, there it is. Extravagant wedding. Spending all your money, well, the money he promised for you, on the new bitch. I'll be a little salty. Just a little bit. I'll be some peanuts, honey. Salty. Because what are we doing? Like, why would you do that? This is your child. Like she said, why even mention it? if that wasn't the plan. Even if like it was like 20,000 you had saved, but you spent 15,000 on the wedding, you saved 5,000 for your daughter, it still would have been better than nothing. It would have been like, oh, okay, well, I kept my word, even though it wasn't as much as you could have been. I feel like she would understand a little bit more if you would have been like, well, honey, the wedding came up, but I did set aside 5,000. I just didn't want to touch, you know. If it was something, but you spent all of it and couldn't give her nothing. Yeah, I would have disowned you too. I would have disowned you, even if it was the fact that I had some leftovers in the refrigerator and then you ate it. Oh yeah, you would have been disowned right there. Just ask my family. If I have some chocolate, because y'all know I'm not supposed to eat chocolate. Every now and then, now that I'm an adult, I just deal with it. I'd be like, all right, we're just going to be messed the freak up. But I'm not supposed to eat chocolate. So if I have some chocolate in the refrigerator and you decide, bring it upon yourself to eat my chocolate, oh, we gonna fight. We gonna fight. Don't talk to me. Like, what are we doing? I am that type of person. Like, don't touch my stuff. Like, my food, don't touch my food. Don't do it. Just ask. And if you ask, I will probably share. Probably. Maybe. It depends on what it is. If it's chocolate, nah. But it's something else like pizza. So, yeah, I'll share that because, yeah, sure. But no, you weren't the a-hole. He definitely was. And you're not in the wrong because I probably would have did the same. But I would have disowned him earlier. Disown or where? Well, I don't know, because I've had that experience and I didn't disown them. I just kept on going every week. Well, not every weekend, when I could. It was like maybe once every 6 months, maybe, if that. So yeah, you did the right thing. Subscribe.